this is Tom from Dirk Witte Music Store in Utrecht, the Netherlands, and today we are taking a look at this really killer 1980s Gibson, or like the very early 1980s because it is from 1980, a Gibson Les Paul Custom in its original ebony black finish and routed for a third humbucker. So this one originally came with just the two humbuckers, as you would more commonly see, but the previous owner or one of the previous or former owners routed it out for a third humbucker in the middle position so that you can get those in-between like quacky tones that you would also get from like a 1950s style three humbucker Gibson electric guitar. So that is quite cool, and this is a really cool and killer quite played, but definitely not abused or beat up Les Paul Custom from 1980 in a relatively nice shape. Like you do got quite some honest play wear, but nothing crazy. Most of the finish is still there, apart from the back of the neck. You got some black finish missing right there, just from playing. But overall, just in a really nice shape. Even got the original frets, which are also in quite a nice shape. So yeah. Really cool 1980 Les Paul Custom. So let's then dive into the specs. So we have then got a, I believe a mahogany body with then a maple top. So that is how these did evolve over the years. Because back in the 1950s it would be a completely mahogany body. So top included, but now this being from 1980, we've got just like a Les Paul standard. You get a mahogany body within a maple top. So that is really cool. Very classic, obviously, as well. We are out of the pancake body construction because I do not see a seam line over there on the sides or anything like that. So that is quite interesting to see. Obviously, this being a Les Paul Custom, black and gold. That is the color scheme, really. So you've got an all gold hardware all over. Obviously, this being played quite a bit, the gold has been worn off quite a bunch, but you can definitely still see over here on the hardware, especially like here on the bridge posts and on the tailpiece posts, you do got quite some gold left as well as on the tuners. So 3 humbuckers instead of 2. Again, the third one in the middle was then added later, routed out. What is underneath here is a very professional and a very clean route, so that is really nice to see. Not somebody that like took a chisel or like a spoon and went to a shed to like carve it out. So that is really nice. And what's also really cool is that these are all 3 also period correct humbuckers made by Gibson. So pretty sure that the neck and the bridge one are dated to 1979, then the middle one is dated to 1980. One of them is 1980 at least, so they sound as they should, like from that time period. So those are the correct humbuckers, and obviously they are also, or they were gold, but you can still see some gold left on the screws of the pull pieces. But obviously again, that has been worn off quite a bunch. The pick guard is then, I believe, also then like modified in order to like fit the third humbucker, but done a really clean job. I'm actually kind of like doubting if that is not like an original pick guard that was made for a 3 humbucker Les Paul Custom, because it is so clean. But it is also quite worn, so I'm guessing that the person that did that just did a really great job. We've then got a 2-pneumatic bridge and a stop tailpiece. We are now dealing with a Nashville style bridge as opposed to the ABR1 style bridge that you would see before the early or before the mid 1970s. In the mid 1970s, Gibson then switched from an ABR1 pneumatic bridge to the Nashville pneumatic bridge that you see right here, which is a lot, which is a little bit bulkier, a little bit wider, so you do got more intonation room in order to like adjust your saddles. But you do then get like the bushings that are then first installed into the body, and then the posts are put onto those, as opposed to the post being drilled directly into the body, which according to some people does make a difference in the tone. If that's really the case, I'm really not too sure. There are, again, a ton of people debating on that, but What I do know is that this just sounds really, really great, so I wouldn't worry too much about that. And obviously the little bit of extra intonation room is also quite nice. Do appear to be original and also in a pretty good shape, like the bridge is not collapsed or anything like that, so that is nice. Moving on to the controls, this being obviously then routed for 3 humbuckers, the controls which are then obviously a little bit different from like a 2 humbucker Les Paul. In the bridge position on the pickup selector switch, you just get your bridge pickup as you would expect, also on a stock 3 humbucker Les Paul. In the middle position you then get the bridge and the middle pickup together, and it sounds really stratty. Which I'm not quite sure if that was also stock on like 3 pickup Les Pauls or 3 humbucker Les Pauls. But what I do, I'm not too sure of is if then the controls are also wired as they are in this guitar, because for this guitar in the middle position, again, you get these two together, so the bridge and the middle pickup. But you can only then control the output and the tone with the bridge volume and the bridge tone control. So the neck volume and the neck tone control don't do anything in the middle position. So yeah, you're just left with that then, which does make it quite simple to understand. Moving on to the neck position, that's also then quite standard. So just your neck humbucker with your neck volume control and your bridge volume control, so nothing too exciting there. So yeah, what's the main difference is that in the middle position you get a unique tone that you would normally not get from a 2 humbucker Les Paul, so that's quite cool. The knobs are also really nicely aged. They're nicely a little bit dulled out, a little bit yellowed, so that looks quite cool. Output jack over here on the side, which is then also gold. You do then got some Shure strap buttons for your Shure locks. And then the neck, this is a maple neck. You can also then see that maple over there through the finish, also here on the side. And it's quite slim feeling, a little bit medium to slim, I would say. But yeah, quite fast feeling and quite fast playing neck. It is nicely played in, so it plays really nicely and very comfortable. But it is not like, it is definitely not 50s style. It's definitely like period accurate, as in that these are a little bit slim and yeah, but still also C-shaped, so nicely rounded, no strange unorthodox shape, so that's good. The fingerboard is made out of ebony, which is then also bound, even as the fret nips, so you're then quite sure that these are indeed the original frets. Obviously then got the black pearl inlays, mother of pearl inlays, which look really, really fancy. And then we've got then what appears to be the original nut, made out of, I'm guessing like Bacarda or something like that, some sort of a bone imitation material that they would use in this time. I'm pretty sure that this is also original because you do still got the lacquer on the sides of the nut. And then the headstock, obviously also very much bound, just like the rest of the guitar, in a multi-ply binding with your diamond logo and then your your diamond inlay and then your logo done in mother of pearl, and then your truss cover reading Les Paul Custom. On the back we've got these Gibson branded Shure tuners, golden, and your serial number. And also made in USA? No, you just got your serial number. And then the last thing to mention, it also comes with a hard shell case. Not the original one, this is what appears to be like a 2000s or maybe 1990s Les Paul case. Like the brown ones with the pink plush interior, really fine cases. I think that these would originally come with in like, what's it called, like chainsaw cases. But this one does not have that one, unfortunately. But this is also a really fine case nonetheless, that does a beautiful job at protecting this very fine vintage 1980 Les Paul Custom. So really cool guitar. It's heavy. 1980, this is really one of the heavier ones that we had in a while. This one comes in at 5 kilos on the dot. So yeah, it's definitely not the lightest Les Paul, especially like in this period. It is not uncommon for Les Pauls to be quite heavy, or for just electric guitars made by Gibson as well as by Fender to be heavy. So yeah, do keep that in mind. If you don't mind it, or if you even like that, then this is a really cool guitar for you to consider, because it's still despite the weight, it plays and sounds really fantastic. So yeah, just wanted to put that out there. But yeah, let's then move on to the playing part and let's actually hear what it sounds like. But first, if you're interested in this 1980 Les Paul Custom with a third added humbucker in the middle position, its original black finish, be sure to head over to the links in the description for further details. If you enjoyed this demo, be sure to like the video and to subscribe to the channel for more cool weekly demos of a very cool electric vintage guitars like these, or cool acoustics, bass guitars even, all that really cool stuff. Also be sure to like us and follow us on the socials, Instagram and Facebook. Links are also in the description. With all that being said, let's hear what this really cool 1980 Gibson Les Paul Custom with a third added humbucker sounds like. Going to be playing it through this late 1970s Fender Pro reverb. So let's now move on to that part and let's then take this really cool Les Paul Custom for a spin.